It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we have Diamador Lenore. He's put together 41 tackles so far this season. It's the 49ers and the Lions on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on Monday night. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Lions led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That is intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Mike, where he did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's to the first-round rookie from Florida, Ricky Pearsall. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And the defense can't come up and stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing again is Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Throwing again is Purdy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The 49ers out to punt this one. Deep for the Lions, Collie Freeman. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. And as the weeks start to dwindle away here in the regular season, he's currently #1 in the league in receptions. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Nice grab there by Sam Laporta, and he's looking to follow up here in year 2, Mike, on what's been one of the best rookie campaigns we've seen from a tight end in a long time. Second-team All-Pro, led all tight ends with 10 touchdowns. You just don't see young tight ends make the transition as quickly as he did last year in Detroit.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The 49ers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. That is intercepted by the first-round pick from Alabama, Terrion Arnold. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them, big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense, you get yourself an easy touchdown, all of a sudden your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10.
We need 6 on this drive. Let's go. I want to see your TD celebration.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. This one batted in the air and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball, because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will open up A 13-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1 in this NFC title game rematch, 13-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. First and 10.
Keep up with our attack. We got that cheat code on.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Now he'll run. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. 2nd and 7.
At the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the Lions' 37-yard line.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. Now he'll run it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd down and 3.
At the 22-yard line.
Keep up with our attack. Offense.
Throwing is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They motion the slot man left.
16-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
Another 49er. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Purdy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to the air again is Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long.
All right, now let's get it.
Throwing is Purdy. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacob Halley, the intended receiver. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal.
Moody's kick is good. And the Niners are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note, he comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. He'll go play action with Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job.
To the goal line and in. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Lions. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. 49ers offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. He's got his tight end, Braden Willis.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. On 1st and 10, Purdy. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
3rd down and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And they're going to get to him and take him down taken back to the other side of midfield. Here's their punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And this is going to set up a long field ahead, backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10.
Get this stop, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's taken down up past the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet, stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes they do, have the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports halftime report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Patrick Mahomes, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. C.J. Stroud leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up